Peace and light, family. I hope that you are well. So we have a new moon in Aquarius peaking on January 21st at 3:53 p.m. Eastern time, but the shadow period starts January 18th and it lasts up until about January 24th. Now, with the shadow period, that essentially means that you can feel the energy of the new moon and utilize that energy, work with that energy for your wellness during that entire time. So from the 18th to the 24th, you can utilize that new moon in Aquarius energy. Now, my intention for this video is to discuss what does the new moon in Aquarius mean? How will this energy impact us and how can we work with this energy for our wellness? I also want to discuss Mercury going direct. So that is another intention. We will be discussing Mercury going direct and how that energy will impact us, as well as this Lunar New Year. You guys, January 22nd is the Lunar New Year. So how can we embrace this Lunar New Year? How can we embrace this year of the rabbit? What does that mean and how can we utilize this energy to manifest wellness, family? How can it all work together? That is my intention for this video and we will achieve that intention. Let's get into it. Now, what does new moon in Aquarius mean? How will it impact us? The new moon is all about setting intentions as well as manifesting. Aquarius energy is all about freedom and detachment from heavy emotions, emotions that don't fit our wellness, that don't serve our wellness, right? And I'm not a big fan of the whole, if it doesn't serve you, let it go. Although that is true. However, I do want to be clear about what does it mean for something not to serve you? What does it mean for something not to serve your wellness? Essentially, during this new moon in Aquarius, we will be releasing a lot of those heavy emotions that this previous Cancer full moon brought. That Cancer full moon, y'all, come on now. It triggered a lot of thinking about past trauma. For some folks, it triggered a lot of negative self-talk. It triggered a lot of just like negative emotions. And during this new moon in Aquarius, you will actually start to feel the release of some of those emotions that may have bogged you down during that Cancer full moon cycle. Okay. So you can expect a feeling of release, a feeling of relief, a feeling of more positive and optimistic emotions, more optimistic thoughts and feelings. Okay, so expect that during this new moon in Aquarius. Another thing associated with that new moon in Aquarius is that freedom aspect. You may start feeling a bit more adventurous. You may have the urge to try something new, to do something new. All of that is governed by Aquarius energy. Okay. Again, new moon is all about setting intentions and manifesting, and Aquarius energy is all about freedom and detachment from heavy emotions. Now, this is the thing with the new moon in Aquarius. An aspect of the new moon in Aquarius that I love so much, aside from the freedom, right? Aside from the adventure and the trying new things, an aspect I love about Aquarius is aloofness. And for some folks, when they think of being aloof, they think of it being a negative, right? Like you're not aware. You are Aquarius is an air sign. So like people will say like, oh, you are an airhead essentially. But during this time specifically, being a bit aloof is good. And it's good because it gives you the opportunity to detach from the worries and the woes of the world, detach from the expectations of society. And that fits so perfectly with that energy of freedom. What will lead to your freedom, what will lead to your optimism this time is that aloofness, that detachment, that being unaware, being unconcerned with the expectations of society, the expectations of your family, not being concerned with how they feel or what they think about you. All of that will start happening during this new moon in Aquarius. So expect that. Y'all know Diddy got to make an appearance. Y'all know he got to make an appearance. Okay, he want to play. Say hey to the people, Diddy. He got his little sweater, y'all. He don't wear his sweater. He just play with the sweater, huh? He don't wear it. Say hey to the people. Look. So yes, y'all. Again, the new moon in Aquarius is all about freedom. It's all about detaching from heavy emotions, emotions that don't serve our wellness. It is also all about embracing aloofness, of embracing the idea of being disconnected, unaware of, and not concerned about the expectations of society as well as your family. So again, just picking up that energy of freedom, that energy of optimism, that energy of adventure. Okay. Now, I do want y'all to be mindful mindful that Mercury is going direct. Mercury is our planet of communication. So Mercury going direct, especially with that new moon in Aquarius energy, y'all, it's a beautiful thing. Because Mercury, again, is all about communication. It's about making new goals. It's also about signing contracts, making agreements, communicating with self as well as others in your surroundings, your relationships, family, so on and so forth. With Mercury going direct, especially with the new moon in Aquarius energy, you can expect to be able to set new goals and stick to them. Expect an increase in stick-to-itiveness, okay? And that's one of my favorite words, y'all, stick-to-itiveness. But expect an increase in stick-to-itiveness. So what does that mean during this time? What should you be doing? You guys, do not be afraid to try something new, to set a new goal, a very adventurous goal, and know that you will be able to stick to it, okay? You will be able to stick to it. What you should be doing during this time is deciding exactly what is that new thing you want to do. What is that new self-improvement you want to make? And I know, during this New Year time, a lot of folks have weight loss goals for New Year resolution. A lot of folks make big plans. Oh, this year I'm going to move, or this year I'm going to do this. Y'all, this is the perfect time to decide what your new big thing is. We are not embracing the idea that resolutions fail. We are not embracing the idea that it's not going to work. New moon in Aquarius energy is about knowing for sure that it's going to happen. Knowing for sure that you have everything you need within you to make this agreement, especially with Mercury going direct. You have everything within you to make this agreement and know that it is going to work out. We are optimistic. We are setting goals. We are manifesting new things. So make that agreement with yourself and know that you will be able to stick to it during this time. And the reason I think it's important to bring in the idea of New Year resolutions, right? And making a new agreements for the new year is because even if you didn't honor the Gregorian New Year on January 1st, we have the Lunar New Year, January 22nd. And the Lunar New Year goes according to the lunar solar calendar, which is the calendar that goes according to the phases of the moon as well as the sun. So this Lunar New Year is January 22nd, which is one day after the peak of the new moon in Aquarius. And again, still feeling that new moon in Aquarius energy because it falls within that shadow period. This Lunar New Year is about the year of the rabbit, okay? The year of the rabbit, according to the Chinese zodiac, according to the Chinese Lunar New Year, it is the year of the rabbit. And the year of the rabbit is all about being caring and being attentive, okay? A lot of self-awareness during this time. So embrace that energy as well. Embrace this Lunar New Year, this lunar new beginning, aligning with that new moon in Aquarius. Again, the new is all about manifesting. It's all about setting intentions. What are you looking forward to? And again, that year of the rabbit, the caring, the attentiveness, okay, being very strategic is important, and it aligns perfectly with that new moon in Aquarius because this is the perfect time to go within and start caring more about yourself, being more attentive to yourself. Like I said in the beginning, that Aquarius energy, you are becoming more aloof, more unaware of, more detached from societal expectations, family expectations. This new Lunar New Year, with the year in Rabbit, is giving you the space to go within and focus on self. Decide for self. What is it that you want to do? What is your new adventure? What is your new freedom, your new level of freedom? That's what we are leveling up in. That's what we are elevating during this time, is our level of freedom. So I urge you to do some journal work and ask yourself, what does freedom mean for me? What does freedom look like for me? What is freedom to me? Ask yourself those questions. What does freedom look like? When you vision yourself being fully free, what do you see? How will you feel? What will you be doing? Where will you be? What does freedom look like for you? Now, aligning that Lunar New Year energy, that year of the rabbit, the being caring and attentive, with that new moon in Aquarius energy, which is about that aloofness, that disconnect from societal expectations and family expectations. Another good journal prompt I want you to focus on is self-care. What does self-care look like for you? What is a new self-care practice that you are willing to commit to? Mercury going direct. What is a new self-care practice that you are willing to commit to during this time? And really, really think about it. What is that self-care practice that you said, hey, I always wanted to try this. I'm going to try it today. I'm going to try it this moon phase. I'm going to try it this year. I want to master it this year. What is a new self-care practice? What is a new adventure in self-care that you are willing to commit to and partake in? Okay, that's another journal prompt. Again, honoring that Lunar New Year, honoring that new beginning, as well as that new moon energy, that's setting intentions and manifesting, as well as Mercury being direct and communication, especially with self. I want you to focus on this last journal prompt. So we already talked about the journal prompt dealing with freedom. We talked about the journal prompt dealing with self-care. I want you to focus on the journal prompt of increasing positive communication with self. Again, detaching from societal expectations, detaching from your family expectations, what they say about you, how they feel about you. The question is, how do you desire to feel about you? Let's increase our confidence, which is also that Aquarius energy, new moon in Aquarius. Let's increase our self-confidence. Let's increase our optimism dealing with self, new moon in Aquarius energy. How will you enhance your communication with yourself? How will you enhance your positive self-talk? How will you enhance the agreement that you have with you to treat you better, to talk to you better? How will you enhance your self-esteem? I challenge you in your journal to create at least 3 new I am mantras that apply to you specifically, that will enhance your specific esteem. How do you feel about you? How will you talk to you? Previously, I did a video talking about the best way to challenge negative thoughts, negative self-talk, anxiety is to drown that negativity in positivity. You have to be able to transmute that energy, transmute that negative self-talk, transmute those negative thoughts by drowning them in positivity. You have to change them by converting them to positive. And the best way to do that is to immediately move into chanting positive I am mantras. So create at least 3 new I am mantras that will be your theme for the year, that move in direct alignment with optimism and new adventure and freedom. What are 3 new I am mantras that are yours and yours alone? They are specifically tailored to you, tailored to this new and improved, this better you that you are stepping into. 3 new I am mantras. That is your final journal prompt. And I hope you really enjoyed that. I'm looking forward to hearing what are some of your I am mantras. Please put them down in the comments. What is at least one? Share one with us if you desire. What is at least one new I am mantra that you will be chanting throughout this year to enhance your better you? What is at least one? Share it in the comments and then create 3 as a whole for yourself. Now, I do want to share, y'all know I got to give y'all some good herbs to align with during this time. And the purpose of the herbs is you can use them for smudging. You can use them for spiritual baths. You can drink them as teas, okay? New moon in Aquarius energy. This is the perfect time to enjoy some hyssop, some hawthorn, some elderberry. Okay, and elderberry is specifically good, especially because we're still in the middle of winter season. Okay, so that elderberry is good for increasing immunity. I also want you to partake in some catnip, if you will. Catnip is good for increasing the energy. Okay, so partake in some catnip. Also, catnip is good for embracing that freedom. That freedom is good. Rosemary, abundance. Okay, rosemary is for abundance as well as clarity. Now, some crystals that are good during this time, and you can use these crystals to meditate. You can use these crystals during a spiritual bath. You can hold them during a spiritual bath. You can carry them with you, okay, for protection as well as increasing peace and clarity. Amethyst, of course, y'all know Aquarius energy is all about amethyst. Okay, so that amethyst and that clear quartz, those would be your two go-to crystals during this time: amethyst and clear quartz. Okay, those are your two go-to crystals during this time. Don't forget that you can put these herbs and crystals in a little mojo bag, a little juju bag, and put it in your car, okay? Keep it with you. Also, you guys, I do want to say that you can do some candle work during this time as well, okay? So these when you're setting your new intentions, when you're discussing, or writing, I should say, your newfound freedom. What does freedom look like for you? How does it feel? What will you be doing? When you are writing about your freedom journey, put that under a white candle, okay? And light that white candle. Around that candle, you can put some dimes. You can put some quarters. Quarters are for abundance. Those dimes are for protection as well as abundance. Okay, so put some quarters and some dimes around that white candle. You can set your intentions under the candle, okay? So you write them on a piece of paper. It could be a paper towel. It could be anything. Write it down on a piece of paper. I am doing this. I am embracing freedom in this way. I am being more optimistic in this way. I am walking in my purpose in this way. So I urge you, I should say, I push you to write your intentions in the form of I am mantras, because when we say that I am, that means that you are pulling that energy. You are attracting that energy to you. So I am free in this way. I am embracing freedom by doing this, by looking like this, by feeling this. I am, and just write your intentions that way. Okay, so write your intentions on a piece of paper, a piece of paper towel, notebook paper, anything. Okay, write them. It could also be a bay leaf. Write them down. Place those under the candle, a white candle, and light that candle, okay? And again, surround that candle by some rosemary herb, surrounded by some dimes and quarters, okay? The rosemary, again, is for abundance and protection. Okay, so you can do that, and then you just light the candle and you let the candle burn on down. Okay, and when the candle finishes burning, you can take the paper outside as well as the quarters and the dimes, and you can release them. Okay, so you can release them in a body of water. If you have a creek or a river or ocean or anything by you, you can release them in a body of water. Okay, but everything we use, we strive to keep it recyclable. Okay, as well as biodegradable. So you can put them by a tree, if you will. For the money, for the coins, the dimes, you can give them to someone in need. Okay, we strive not to spend it on ourselves. We try to keep it circulating in the universe in honor of the ancestors. So spend it on somebody who needs it. Okay, give it to children, or children on your block, children outside, and allow them to enjoy it. Go stand by the ice cream truck and buy something for one of the kids at the ice cream truck. Okay, but just keep that money circulating in the community, and that is a good way to honor the ancestors as well. All right, family? So that's just a little candle work that you can use. And if you have your candle jars, you recycle your candle jar. Okay, if once the candle jar is empty, you can recycle that, or you can put it in the recycling. Okay, so recycle it yourself and reuse it for any purpose that you desire for positive reasons, because again, this is all about setting intentions. Or you can just recycle it and put it in the recycling. Okay, family? So we talked about our new moon in Aquarius. We talked about our Lunar New Year. We talked about Mercury going direct. We gave some journal prompts. We talked about some candle work. We talked about herbs and crystals and how this energy will impact us, how we can utilize this energy for our wellness and all that good stuff. I hope that you enjoyed, and I will see y'all soon, family. Peace.